following podcast is being brought to you by the DefyLifes Podcast Network.
Maybe we can still heal you. Why? So you could just lock me up? No. Just bury me in the ocean with my ancestors that jumped from the ships. Because they knew death was better than bondage.
Oh, you think darkness is your ally? You merely adopted the dark. I was born in it, molded by it. I didn't see the light until I was already a man. By then it was nothing to me but blinding. The shadows betray you because they belong to me.
In the hell do you think you are?
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
For how long?
Forever. Yeah, that's
No, please.
Let's have it.
You don't understand. Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
If you're nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it. Okay?
So Oz, after seeing Aquaman, and let's keep it non-spoiler because we got V's on and V's hasn't seen it. So we're going to keep this all non-spoiler for the first half of V's. All right, shout out to V's. So Oz, after seeing Aquaman, did he have the best introduction movie in the DC EU?
You mean like the best origin story?
Yeah, like the best, like, because I consider Batman vs Superman a Batman movie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's his introduction. So is this the best origin introduction story of a character?
It's the most complete, I'll say, so far. It's the most complete that they've done without giving any spoilers. They showed, which you can see in every movie, but they showed truly the rise of a king. It was cool. It was cool.
No, it was definitely cool. And it had a very Wakanda vibe to it. You know, it was very immersive.
Vibe to it.
Yeah, very immersive. And these, as a non-comic book reader, so, you know, somebody with not a lot of backstory about Aquaman, except probably the joke about he talks to fish. What did you think about his portrayal in Justice League and how the character was portrayed?
Oh, I thought the character was portrayed really well. I liked how he was a little defiant in the beginning and how he came to terms and decided to help out.
No, I'm with that. Yeah, he kind of he was probably the most fun character in the Justice League movie. I second that. And we have our special guest on, movie man Migs. Migs, let me ask you, as someone who has read some comics and knows a little bit about Aquaman, do you think that Aquaman movie was the best version of Aquaman we've gotten so far?
Well, all right, I'm gonna just say I don't read a lot of DC comics. I'm a Marvel. When it comes to DC, I'm all about the animation mostly. I love all the animated movies, all that stuff.
Absolutely.
I'm not a big fan of Aquaman at all, but I like Jason Momoa's Aquaman. I like him in Justice League. That was one of the few things I liked about Justice League. I like him in this movie, but the movie. Well, we'll get into the movie later. But I like him. I mean, he's Aquaman, the first one we got so far as live action or anything. So, I mean, he hasn't disappointed.
So, Migs, let me ask you, what don't you like about the character Aquaman? I see you like the actor, but what don't you like about the character Aquaman?
I was never really a big fan.
Right.
And I'm not a big fan of Namor either by extension. So I just wasn't there.
Yeah. So you have an issue with the sea.
He's got a problem with the
Well, it's not that. I'm just not. I mean, I respect them.
Right.
I like ocean stuff. I'm with that. I'm cool with that. I think that's dope. I'm just when it comes to the characters, they're just not really high on my list.
Right. No, I feel that.
Now, Migs, do you have a problem with eating fish, though?
Do I have a problem with eating fish? Hell no.
Okay, see, there we go. Good. Hey, so like there's some things about which is true. A lot of people like I won't say hate, but like a lot of people like either sleep on Aquaman or just like don't really have a yay or nay feeling about him because the writers always underrepresent that dude. They always underrepresent him, and there's so much potential with that guy.
Well, to be fair, like the first like time he was like Super Friends and stuff like that, like when Aquaman was portrayed, that dude was like riding seahorses and stuff.
Yeah, he was dopey.
Yeah, like I mean, he
dopey though back then.
I mean, like, but he was like so over the top. Like nobody wanted to be him. Nobody thought about him.
Well, they didn't get any respect back in the day.
Yeah, like they started him off with no respect.
Well, they had those back in the early that's a lie, like early 70s, late 60s. They had these little short animated DC ones like that. Teen Titans had a little 15-minute show. Batman, Robin, Green Arrow had one. Aquaman had one, and he had a sidekick, Aqualad, who had a perm. And it was animated, but it was just, and he was riding on seahorses back then too. You know?
Like that's a joke. That's a joke.
Yeah,
all right,
Go ahead, V's.
So let me ask you, comic book guys, something. Do y'all think Aquaman is one of the more advanced DC characters, being all the things that he can do that's more advanced than other Justice League folks?
You mean like as far as his powers and stuff?
Yeah, his powers, the ability to speak any language on Earth that he wants to, things like that.
So look, V's, once again, it is always a pleasure having you on the show to bring a sense of just like sensibility to the show, man. I agree. Here's the thing about this guy, Arthur Curry. He is pretty much bulletproof because he can stand the depths of the sea. He has advanced eyesight. Because he can see the murks of the sea. He can withstand. He's super strong. And it's not just him talking to fish. He can command fish animals and stuff.
He can command the ocean.
I'm talking like even so when Cloverfield came from the ocean, he could command that creature, dude. And another thing we forget about, the ocean is 70% of the earth. He is the commander. He is the king of the seven seas. He is the ruler of 70% of the earth. We forget these things, man. He's got the biggest army. He's super powerful. He's got the trident sword. I mean, this guy, he's got so much potential. People sleep on him too much, dude.
Well, they're not sleeping on him. He just don't like you said, the writers aren't putting him in a good position, and he's not drawing interest.
Yeah, he's not.
So he's a little overpowered then.
Well, not
when we say it like that, he's a little overpowered.
Well, guess what? When we say it like that,
fair point.
He never gets his justice. That's all.
Well, no. V's brings up a good point. I mean, that's when after all you mentioned, he is pretty overpowered, but he always seems like in these shows to get overpowered.
Well, he always seems like a poop putt.
Yeah, like he seems like a joke. Like he's back riding seahorses.
Now listen, that one animated Justice League that had his kind of origin story in it, that was great.
Oh, Throne of Atlantis? The DC. Hey, Migs, have you seen that one?
Yeah, I got that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
What did you think of the Aquaman portrayal and origin in that one?
I mean, I like that. I like that story. Okay. It's pretty. Those. I think they do a good job with those movies. They're pretty
always.
I really like when they had that version of him in the what was it, the Flashpoint Paradox?
Yeah. Flashpoint.
Dude, that dude was crazy in that one. Yeah.
Dude, hey.
That's kind of where you see him at his peak.
Oh yeah, he was super tough in that.
Yeah, he's at his peak in that.
Kind of a bad guy, but
ain't no kinda. You got to sugarcoat it.
Sleep on the guy. They don't really get a push. He'll get one now because they got this movie coming out. So
they don't develop him. They don't ever develop him. And look, and Black Manta was his right hand man in that Paradox storyline.
Yeah.
You know, like seriously, they make this dude. They'll grow his hair out. They'll cut his arm off. They'll kill his kid. They'll make his wife go insane. They do all this stuff to him, and then they'll give him a magic water arm. You know, they just, it's lazy.
Or the harpoon. Don't forget about the harpoon.
Dude, the harpoon, man.
You can't forget about the harpoon hand. That's classic.
Can you hold on. Migs and Bees and Regular Scott, I want you all to imagine you're the king of the sea. Like you're the ruler of all these sea animals, and they see you with a harpoon, so they're like, oh, you don't really respect me, do you?
Yeah, you're like, he's coming to eat.
Dude, there are sharks who are like, yo, don't mess with Aquaman. He don't respect this dude. Come on, man. Dude, the only thing they have not did with Aquaman was give him a patch over his eye.
Yeah, I'm glad they didn't do that.
Just wait for it.
Don't say that. Don't say that.
Anyway, all right.
Because if they give him the patch, they're probably gonna give him the harpoon.
Yar.
So the live action, I see they changed his character a little bit. He doesn't have the blonde hair and the blue eyes as in the comic books. How do y'all feel about that?
I think it's a better look.
It's more of him being part of the sea. I'm gonna tell you like this, like him being blonde hair and blue eyed the whole time was him being like one of the Beach Boys.
That's a really good way of putting it.
It was him. He wasn't king of the sea. He was king of the surf. You know, like now the way he's represented now, he looks like he's like authentic and sea. You know what I mean?
It's more gruff looking.
Yeah. Well, that's the Migs point.
Freaking hair all combed and parted on the side. Shit, like, get out of here, man.
That's the Migs point about the actor, though. That's Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
Right. So it works out.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Because they've had him with long blonde hair and like.
And it still was the same kind of garbage, though. You know what I'm saying, man?
Yeah.
Now this gruffiness, you know, this little grittier side. This is the Aquaman that needs to stick around. And I personally think this is going to be the template going forward as far as like comic books, animation. It's going to follow this template. It's got to, right? They can't go back to the blonde and blue.
Well, hey, dude.
I don't know.
Hey, you know they tried to with that one shot animated. With that one shot live action TV show they did.
Oh, with the This Is Us guy.
Yeah.
Green Arrow.
Yes.
Justin Hartley.
And Ving Rhames too.
Ving Rhames. Shout out to Ving Rhames.
I'm just saying, dude.
Man, you pull out some names, Oz. Some names I don't ever expect to talk about.
When you say him, I think about him and freaking Baby Boy.
Baby Boy.
Yeah.
That's a classic.
Not Baby Boy.
Walking around with his ass hanging out and stuff.
I know. I still think he was pretty good in Rosewood as an action hero. So
hey, I saw Rosewood in the theater as a kid, and that joint kind of messed me up for real.
it was a little, hey yo, Migs, it was a little intense, wasn't it, dude?
Man, look, I mean, I know it was dramatized and it didn't exactly go down like that, but I didn't find that out till later, man. That movie, man, I'm telling you, boy. Woo!
Dude.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
You should check out Rosewood, man.
Rosewood will make you mad. So don't.
Oh my gosh!
You need to have some. You need to set some time aside, and you need to be. Yeah, you need to not be doing anything after that. So you can calm down because that shit's gonna make you mad.
And it's an old John Singleton flick.
Yeah.
You'll be cursing your old lady out, dog. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I feel like this is a setup. But look, before we get too deep into the Aquaman movie and really dive into the spoilers, allow me to set the table. This is Take a Knee for Marvel versus DC. I am your host, Regular Scott. I am here full strength with my two co-hosts. We got Ozzy Killmonger, Craven the Hunter. How you doing?
What up, people? What up?
And then we got V's over here. V's, what's going on, bro?
What's going on, guys?
And then we got a special guest. I know you've already read a couple of his articles on DefyLife, and I know you're following him on the Twitter and Facebook. We got Movies with Migs. Migs himself. Migs, how you doing?
What's going on, fellas? What's happening? Happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Oh, man, no, the pleasure is all ours. You got anything you want to plug, anything you want to put out there?
I just dropped the Bumblebee review on DefyLife, and it's on the site on Facebook. I seen that earlier this week. I got some other stuff coming. I checked out a couple movies today. I'll probably do something for Aquaman. Seen a couple other things that I didn't write an article on for the Wreck-It Ralph joint, the Ralph Breaks the Internet, but it's on, my little review is on Facebook, so check that out on the page. That movie was good. Man.
Ralph Wrecks the Internet. And you can also check us out at iTunes, Spreaker, Radio Public, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Stitcher, GoDefyLife.com. Make sure you follow us, subscribe to us. Follow us on Twitter at Need4MarvelVsDC. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Need4MarvelVsDC. You can also find Migs on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter as well. Twitter, you got Twitter, right, Migs?
No, not Twitter. I'm gonna leave that one. I'm gonna leave Twitter alone.
He ain't got no Twitter then, but he got Facebook and Instagram.
Facebook and Instagram though, yeah. Movies with Migs. Check me out. I'm on there. Hit me up.
Hey, so look before we get back into the news, let's go ahead and talk about the elephant in the room that I'm about to create, because there isn't one yet, but I'm gonna create one. So
here we go.
So we got so you all folks know that we've had the 2 episodes of the Battleground drop. And we have a winner from both episodes on today's podcast. We have Migs, who won the first episode with the caller, Jason. And we have our own Ozzy Killmonger representing Take a Knee. So, do you two have any words for each other?
No, man. Hey, dude, I as Karis once said, I live for the battle, man.
Hey, look, I'm ready. It was fun, so... Come with it. I had to come behind win because I was down, but I came with it, man. I told him, look, it's the Jack Jenkins of DefyLife.
Yeah, him and Joe Frazier.
Let's get it.
Man, no, both episodes are really good. Migs had a big come from behind win in the first one, and Ozzy kind of just ran away with it in the second one.
Well, I had a little bit of a come from behind.
Dude, it was like 8-0, and then you took the lead and never lost it again.
That was like it was a bit of a comeback story.
Listen, man, I know you want your win to be real dramatic and stuff. What'd you say, Migs?
No. Is that the one y'all cheated my boy Pooh on?
Oh,
please, dude.
Here we go. Here we go. Hey, V's. Go ahead, V's.
That for 5 straight days, Oz. I heard about that for 5 straight days, Oz.
What your boy say?
You know just how y'all got over on him. Y'all shafted him.
Hey, look, I will say this: Oz ain't have nothing to do with it. He already won.
Y'all 45. They said you and Jay hit him with the 45.
Hey, look. First of all, me and Jay hit him with nothing. Okay.
I hit him with the old Donald Trump.
Come on, bro. Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news.
Fake news. All right. While we're talking about news, let's get into some real news. And we have a big announcement to make. The first winner of our very first giveaway. And can I get a drum roll, please? All right, that'll do. Our winner is Doug Klein from Ohio. Doug Klein from Ohio.
Yeah.
I will be sending you a message. You will be winning a Take a Knee for Marvel vs. DC coffee mug. And if you haven't seen the coffee mugs, check them out on Twitter. They are pretty fresh. I had to pry him away from Oz. I let him see one. He tried to keep it. I let V see one. He told me to leave it, and I couldn't do that because he was going to take it. Listen, I got to get rid of him. So, Doug Klein, you were the winner. He retweeted. He liked the show. And then he told us his favorite part of the episode was us giving him Easter eggs from the Asylum in the Elseworld crossover.
Oh. Good.
Shout out to Doug Klein for being a faithful listener. We appreciate you, and you will be getting a cup very soon.
Hey.
But it won't be there by Christmas. I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm sorry. It's coming.
Coffee out of that cup though, dude. That's a dope cup.
No, it's cup. And we're gonna throw in a pen as well.
Oh, that's dope. Yeah.
So you're getting a cup and a pen.
Always good with the pens.
Oh yeah, you can always use a pen. All right.
Hey, I just got a gang of pens. I was down at a convention. That's all they do is give you pens.
See? And now you good. Now you good.
Right.
You don't have to worry about it. So let's talk about some news. While we're talking about Aquaman, Aquaman is not up for an Oscar for special effects, but Black Panther is. And there seems to be a little bit of an uproar about that.
Why? Why is there an uproar?
Well, they're saying that Aquaman should have been nominated.
It's too late in the game.
Migs, what do you think? You've seen a lot of movies.
I have issues with the visuals for Black Panther and Aquaman.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. There are some questionable scenes in Black Panther.
There's some scenes that are really great, and it's like, oh, damn, especially seeing that in IMAX. And there's some other scenes like, yo, what were y'all doing with this CGI, man? This shit is questionable.
Like the dream sequence with his father.
Well, I like that.
No, I like the scene, but those CGI in the background with those panthers on the tree wasn't good.
Well, yeah, see, that kind of looked like a screensaver. And see, that's what I was thinking the same stuff about some of them scenes in Aquaman. I'm like, this looked like some screensaver kind of stuff.
Yeah, well, they're trying to make, they try in both of them, they try to make these epic visuals where, I'm going to tell you, Black Panther, the CGI fight scenes, garbage, dude. Garbage.
Yeah, that last one, man, it was too cartoonish.
It was a joke.
Yeah.
For as good of a movie as that was, you can't end that on a fight scene like that.
Yeah.
The one fighting in the...
At the very end when they both got their suits and they're trying to time it when they're like,
Yeah.
When
they should have just had them. They should have just had them fighting, going at it. I mean, like, look at
no suits.
I mean, or even with the suits, but just have them two scrap it. I mean, look at the fight scene from Winter Soldier when they was in DC. That scene's crazy. Everybody loves that scene.
True that.
It was choreographed. It wasn't CGI.
And there's two Black Panthers with Black Panther suits, and none of them are using their Black Panther like tiger strikes. None of that stuff, dude.
Yeah,
it's just big flips, and I was like, man, get it out of here, dude.
Yeah, it was like, and
you guys pay so much attention to detail. It's crazy. Good Lord. I didn't know
it happens. We've seen the movie multiple times.
Yeah, I've seen it a few times though.
I mean, I've seen it probably like 5 or 6 times. My girls love it, but I was telling Scott the other day, a couple of episodes ago, I don't see how you guys see that stuff. Like, how do you know that a fight scene was done in one take? Like, how the hell y'all know that?
Yeah, Migs, let me ask you: if you're watching like a movie or a TV show and you see a fight scene and it's going like you won't realize it at first, but you're gonna catch on and realize that you're watching a one take fight scene. Right.
Well, yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends how it's filmed and how it's cut and all that. And if it's a continuous shot, you can tell that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the Daredevil fight scene, like the hallway scene or the jailbreak scene.
Yeah, you can tell that's a continuous shot. They never cut away from stuff. I mean, and it's probably had some edits too, but even still though, it was they did that like a one take kind of thing.
Right. And V's, they did an entire movie one take. What was it? I think it's called Children of the Men with Clive Owen.
Children of Men.
Children of Men. That's a one take movie.
Wow. Well, no.
It is. Like the camera never cuts.
I can tell you this. Let me.
Or if it does, when does it cut? Because I just don't remember it.
Let me intercede with some stuff, if I may. Since I'm just going to give a little thing. It's what I do for a living.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the Children of Men, they had certain scenes that were one takes. But I promise you, there's only been one or two movies that's ever been done with continuous one takes, and they were done like like decades ago.
Oh, no, I don't doubt it took multiple scenes, but I'm saying, isn't it shot though as one take with no cuts? Like even if there is cuts in the movie,
it's not. It's because it takes place over days, though.
I don't remember the camera ever cutting.
The plot line takes over days because there's night scenes, there's day scenes.
Cuts from the camera. There's definitely cuts from it.
So they just must go like a good 20, 30 minutes at a time, though.
I think you're thinking of like the kind of like towards the climax of the movie when the shit started hitting the fan. I think that was more of a one shot kind of deal.
What they did,
but it's a good amount of time though, right?
Oh, so hey, regular Scott, this is what they did. So in certain scenes, there are just continuous like takes, like the explosion that happens. I mean, I haven't seen this movie in like a long time, but the explosion from the store market scene where he reacts to it, that's a one take.
Yeah.
The scene where the baby's coming out, they're holding the baby, and all the firing and stuff. The pause and the firing and the reshooting again. That's another example, but it's not just like I promise it's not that, but it's not like the camera never shuts off.
Okay. I will absolutely take your word for it over mine.
And also, like Daredevil and The Raid, you have those hallway scenes which are just like steady cam, one take scenes, you know?
Oh, well, yeah, absolutely. No, I think maybe Migs is right. Maybe I'm just that climax just sticks in my head the most. I just remember like I'm watching it all as like one take, and I'm like, yo, that was all one take. But it probably wasn't the whole movie.
Now, and Bees, to get back to you, dude. But man, when I saw that CGI fight scene of Black Panther, it took me away from the movie. You know, I was feeling all Wakanda pride, and I saw the fight scene. I was like,
I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Maybe me and the wife will watch it tonight when I get done with this after we do our little test.
But check it out. There's some beautiful, beautiful, epic scenes there too, though. You know.
Yeah.
Man.
So and this is to all three of you, do you agree that Black Panther should be nominated and Aquaman should not be nominated? Should they both be nominated or should neither be nominated? If it was your choice. Migs, let's start with you.
I'm gonna here's my opinion on the whole nomination stuff, because this has been going on, and then it's been kind of like they're trying to pander to the movie, then they're not trying to pander to it. I think that Ryan Coogler should get a nomination for his work. I don't necessarily think that he should win, but I do think that the production better win something, because that production was nuts. I mean, it was absolutely crazy. The production was I love it.
Migs, the production design, dope. Dude.
Yeah, it was. Dope. They deserve that. I don't think the movie deserves Best Picture. I don't think it even needs to be nominated for visuals, because like we already discussed that, but yeah, definitely shout out to Ryan Coogler, because that dude has just been killing it. He's 3 for 3. It was crazy what they did with that movie. I mean, it made over $1 billion. His direction was definitely on point, but the production is what stood out for me anyway. From when I first seen it, it's just crazy.
Hey, can we give a shout out? Can we also give a shout out to the Avengers movie too? Because the continuity between their Wakanda and Black Panther's Wakanda was seamless.
Well, I'm sure I'm sure they brought Ryan Coogler just to design Wakanda for them.
Well, it was the production designers from that movie and from that one that they had to talk to. So again, the production designers need to get some stuff. But I'm gonna say this too, and then I'll let these have his turn. They don't just throw chicken bones out there just to like say it was a black movie and they made, don't do it. I feel like best movie categories, Aquaman and Black Panther should not be in those.
Fair enough. V's, how do you feel about Black Panther in the category? I know you haven't seen Aquaman, but Black Panther, how do you feel about it?
I mean, you guys know more about that stuff than I do. I have no.
But I mean, just you as a casual eye, like, what did you think about the special effects and stuff? Because you're kind of more so what the awards are being geared towards more is like the casual fan. You know what I mean? No. So
what? I don't even know what movie I would compare it to then from this year. I mean, I thought it was a good movie. That's all, I thought it was well done.
Hey, do you think it was worthy of getting an Oscar?
let me try to think. What movie did I see this year?
Compare it to Avengers. Do you think it was as good as Avengers with effects?
No, I think Avengers was a little better.
There you go. That's your answer right there. That's your answer right there. All right. Well, that was good. So I got a fun little tidbit here. There was a TV Line poll that asked which TV character, and this is any character, like any main character across all TV platforms. This answer is gonna blow your mind. Which TV character had the most terrible, horrible, no good, very bad year? This character won with 40% of the vote, and the number 2 person had 8%.
There's got to be somebody from Black Lightning.
Yeah.
Yeah, the writer.
These agreed.
The writer. Any guesses? Any guesses? Any TV show on any TV show. All TV shows are included.
Well, yo, bro, it's got to be Iron Fist. He had a terrible year.
You want to know who it is? Migs, you got a guess?
I don't know, man. I have not been much on TV this year.
All right, so it was with 41% of the vote, Oliver Queen from Arrow.
Of course.
This is what it says. As mayor, allowed the city to be held ransom by Caden James' misguided vendetta. As Green Arrow, his attempt to rebuild the splintered team was rebuffed and even Diggle bailed. Suffered a vertigo-induced nightmare in which he thought he lost Felicity and questioned his mission. Said goodbye to his sister Thea and truly said goodbye to his father figure, Quentin Lance. Outed himself as Green Arrow, accepted a prison sentence in trade for the FBI's help in chasing Diaz, and his wife crossed the line and went crazy.
Dude.
He got 41%, dude. I didn't even know that many people watched Arrow.
Well, I'm surprised they didn't say Flash, because the Flash has always messed up some timeline.
Number 2 was some girl named Alicia from Fear the Walking Dead. Number 3 was Bonnie from How to Get Away from Murder. Jeez. Number 4... I have the things with them, but I'm not going to read all of them. Number 4 was, check this out, Tasty from Orange is the New Black.
Oh, God.
And number 5 was Allison from The Affair. That's the list for you.
Twitter. Okay.
That's Twitter for you right there. What do you guys think about Twitter?
Well, I mean, obviously Twitter is severely messed up because every time there's a poll, either you win or they're saying some craziness.
Hey, Migs, let me. I'm undefeated in Twitter polls. So any poll we put up between the three of us, I'm undefeated, and it's usually not even close.
Hey, Regular Scott, that's the reason why Migs doesn't have Twitter.
All right, so I do have a couple Twitter polls. And then we're going to let V's go so we don't spoil the movie. And then we're going to dive into the spoiler version of Aquaman. So, first Twitter poll. What DC character would you most want to see join the Titans TV show on the DC Universe?
Oh.
The 4 choices were Cyborg, Roy Harper, Artemis, and Wally West. Who do you all think won the poll? Anyone can start throwing it out there.
Probably Wally West, yeah.
Okay, 2 for Wally West.
So here, I'm going to say for the vibe of Titans, I'm going to say they want to see a Cyborg.
And with 55% of the vote,
it's probably Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Yeah.
Number 2 was Wally West with 30%. Artemis got 10, and Roy Harper got 5.
Yo, dude, why do they want to see Artemis?
I mean, Artemis is pretty popular from Young Justice.
Artemis.
She's from Young Justice. And,
yeah, not the Artemis you're thinking of from Arrow.
She's from Young Justice V's, and she is a mentor of Green Arrow. Sorry, that's not true. She's an apprentice of Green Arrow, and she's an Archer person. She's sort of like the Kate Hudson, or she's the Kate of she's the Kate of to Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye has a little young arrowhead
Kate Bishop.
type of girl.
Kate Bishop.
Thank you, sir. Good man.
And then my second Twitter poll was, who is the greatest Spider-Man? Obviously, there's only two choices. Peter Parker and Miles Morales.
The greatest Spider-Man?
Oh, well, I mean...
Who you guys think won?
Peter Parker with that. You can't say Miles. I don't think that's just not a fair question.
It's not a fair question, dude.
You can't ask that question. It's Peter Parker is the Spider-Man. There's other Spider-Mans that get respect, but you can't. Yeah, there's no.
He's the OG.
Yeah, Peter.
He's the original, dude.
He's the OG.
Yeah, he's just.
So then I guess you'll probably be upset. Now there weren't a lot of votes on this one, so don't take it too. I wouldn't take it like that, but it was 50-50.
Yeah.
Man, dude, that's some millennial stuff, dude.
They set up Miles Morales to be the strongest Spider-Man, right?
Well,
speaking of Spider-Man, what's that animated movie that just came out? Is that
Into the Spider-Verse? Talk to me.
I will tell you next episode because I'm going to see it this weekend.
Yeah,
Migs already seen it.
It's dope as hell. Yeah, I already seen it 4 times.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, hey. And so
have you seen it 4 times?
Is the strongest, but he has a couple of different powers.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So a little backdrop though. So,
is it kid friendly, Migs? Is it kid friendly?
Oh yeah, it's PG.
Word. That might be a Christmas Day thing.
Bees, I'm going to take I'm taking my son to go see it this weekend. He's 8, so he's chill. He's my movie partner. But so Miles Morales has the same strength level as Peter Parker, the same spider sense, but he's also got that spider venom bite, which he can shock your nervous system by touching you, and he can turn invisible too, undetectable invisible.
I don't even know who y'all talking about.
Miles Morales. You'll meet him.
He's the nephew. He's the nephew of the Prowler, by the way.
Well, he doesn't know who the Prowler is.
Bees doesn't know the Prowler.
Yeah. Hell, I don't know who Miles Morales is.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He talking about the Prowler, and you don't know who Miles Morales is, but he talking about his uncle.
I
heard the name before. I knew it was associated with Spider-Man, but I just, I don't know that I've ever seen
I think Oz is trying to confuse you on purpose now.
For a hot second.
I know he do. He confusing you for some reason. He's throwing all this information at you.
He likes to show how much more advanced his knowledge about this stuff is than mine, and I get it.
Dude. Me nerding out and knowing this information ain't helping me out in no second. Hey, Alex Trebek ain't calling me on Jeopardy anytime soon.
That's because you didn't pick up last week when he called.
Yeah. I keep going. Oh, that dude called me again. So V's for a hot second, and everybody listening too. For a hot second, Marvel wanted to try and diversify their portfolio by putting some ethnic people in there. We had Miss Marvel, and rebooting names, and so you had Miles Morales. So in the Ultimate Universe, which is the Marvel universe, Marvel kind of else universe, Miles Morales was born because Peter Parker died. The Green Goblin killed Peter Parker while he was trying to save Aunt May. And so there was not a Spider-Man. And so Miles Morales got bit by he got a hold of the venom through some stuff. So yeah, he became the new Spider-Man. And then they eventually brought that Peter Parker back, of course. So,
because people were crying about it. Because oh no,
you can't have a black Spider-Man.
So, Movie Man Migs, I just watched the preview. Have you seen that preview for that movie Glass with Samuel L. and?
Yeah.
You seen it?
Yeah, it looks pretty.
Yeah, it does. I was like, wow, that looks like it's gonna be a dope ass movie.
I really like Unbreakable. I seen that in the theater when it came out. It
was great.
That's my joint.
I've seen that a couple of times.
Yeah, that was definitely on some graphic novel type stuff right there. But I wasn't really feeling Split. And I watched it again, and it's I don't hate it, but I'm not really a big fan of Split.
I don't know.
It felt very disconnected from the Unbreakable universe.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it's part of it. I mean, but at the same time, Unbreakable kind of just feels like a standalone movie too. Now, the fact that they've merged them is cool, but it doesn't feel like a series, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't feel like, okay, I watch Unbreakable, then I watch Split, then I watch Glass. Like, it's just kind of like, all right, you just took the characters and put them together, which was a cool concept, but it being like a series or a universe, I don't really feel it like that. It just doesn't. I don't know. Maybe just because, like I said, Split wasn't really thrilling me or anything.
No, I don't know. I think that it's, if you're not Marvel, you're not creating a good continued universe. It's just there's nobody with maybe like Harry Potter, but like there's nobody else really with a strong track record of doing that. So I think the best thing to do is make good standalone movies that you just connect with little things. You know what I mean? But I understand what you're saying. If you wasn't feeling Split, then it probably was like, well, why are you even joining the universe?
Well, I got my fingers crossed for M. Night. Please hit it out the park, dude. You deserve. It's been a while, homie. You deserve some good stuff, okay? But yeah, because Avatar was not good.
Devil was good. So I like Split. I thought James McAvoy did a really good job.
You didn't like Avatar?
No, dude. Avatar was awful.
No.
Avatar is one of the worst movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that one.
Wow. Really? Wow.
Even M. Night was like, I messed up.
I mean, that movie right there is like, it's a cartoon. You got to keep that way. I don't know what you was trying to do, and then it looked terrible.
He was trying to do too much.
Yeah, it was as bad as that Dragon Ball Z movie. It's like you just look
at that. That's the worst movie I've ever seen in my life. That Dragon Ball Z movie is the worst movie I have ever seen in my life. That's the worst one.
I don't know what they were thinking with that.
About the same Avatar, then I don't think y'all are talking about that cartoonish Avatar thing.
No, we're talking. There's only one Avatar, live action.
He thinks you're talking about the
oh, not the blue people.
Yeah, he thinks you're talking about
we're not talking about the blue people.
We're talking about Avatar, the wind spirit of the wind riding farts or something, whatever his name is.
The fire breathers and the wind surfers.
Heaven and hell in that movie was awesome. What are y'all talking about? But okay.
But the other Avatar was okay. I'm not as high on Avatar as a lot of people are. The James Cameron version.
I agree with that right there.
I'm not as high on it as other people are. But
man, the way people was talking about that damn movie, I was like, "What did you watch?"
People were talking about like it was the greatest piece of art they have ever seen, and I was like, "Yo." I don't know. I didn't see it.
I mean, I thought it was a good movie. I'm not gonna say but hell, I think Friday is a good movie, and I think Baby Boy makes me laugh.
No. Friday is a good movie. Friday is a classic. Long as we're not talking about next Friday and Friday after next.
Let me tell you something about Avatar, dude.
That's not a classic.
I watched that tonight.
Look. Let me tell you something about Avatar. The blue people. Avatar was trying to be the science fiction Dances with Wolves, and it was horrible, dude.
Oh snap! Hey, that was a heck of a comparison right there.
It was.
I'm gonna end my conversation with this. I want to know what's the best movie? If you had to pick a movie that you had to watch every day for the next 10 years, what movie would you pick?
That's a great question, dude.
Okay. Well, you answer it first, and then we'll go.
Please, you start first.
Yeah, you go first, V's. What? Yeah, don't come at us with a question you're not prepared for, buddy.
Hold on. I have several movies going through my head right now.
Hey, B's, you can do two. You can pick two.
Yeah, you can pick two.
Obviously, one has to be Friday because I've probably seen that 1,000 times.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I like it.
And and probably Boys in the Hood.
Wow.
That's kind of emotional to be watching every day and stuff.
But I enjoy it. I've probably seen that 100 times.
I hear you.
Furious Styles.
All right, Migs, what you got?
I don't know, man. Every day I want to watch something. I want to watch something funny. I guess I don't want to watch nothing serious and depressing. You know what? You know what I could watch all the time? That's funny as hell. Freaking Lego Batman.
That's a good movie.
Wow.
The Lego movies are good movies.
Lego Batman was good. I enjoyed it. I seen that in the theaters with the kids.
Yeah, I can't not laugh watching it. That shit's funny.
What's your other one?
And then I don't know. Y'all killing me here, man.
Or you just want one? You just good with one?
Nah, it's hard to even picking two, man. I need that's not a. You put me in a corner.
All right, no, look, we'll come back to you. You gave us one, we'll come back to you. Oz, give me one, and then I'll give one, and then we'll go back to Migs.
All right, dude, I have my two.
We'll put your two out there then.
So I'll start. My one for sure is a movie called Red Belt.
You've loved Red Belt. You've talked about Red Belt for years.
And these, as a matter of fact, when we finish this, I'm gonna go rewatch Red Belt. Red Belt is a very awesome philosophical movie, and I wish he was my black superhero.
All right, so my one then, my first one is going to be. I just said something about y'all picking emotional movies. If I have to watch a movie, one's going to be Remember the Titans.
Oh, dude, you're gonna cry every day.
Yeah, but it's going to be a good cry though. It's going to be a good cry. I can watch anytime that movie's on. I never turn it.
Good Lord, that's your holiday Christmas.
Look. When you hear my next one, you're gonna be like, "Oh, what are you talking? What's going on, dude?" All right, Migs, what's your other one? Oh, is that your other one? V's?
No.
You said Boys in the Hood and Friday.
Friday, yeah.
Migs, what's your second?
I'm just gonna go with one of my all-time favorites, Do the Right Thing.
Dude, okay. Spike Lee, one of my all-time favorite directors, by the way.
Oh yeah. What's that one with him? Oh God, Spike Lee. Oh man, School Days. I love that freaking movie too.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, dude.
What's your second? What's your second?
Miracle at Santa Ana is a beautiful movie too.
Is that your second?
No, but Migs, have you seen Red Belt?
No, I've never even heard of that till you said something about it.
I encourage you to go watch Red Belt, dude, and see what you think.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. It's just and pan it if you have to, but you should put that in your repertoire. Now listen, I'm gonna hear it. If I got to be on this show, all jokes aside, if I got to be on this show and hear regular Sky talk about Dick Grayson being a dick every day, I'm gonna tell you what my second movie is. I'm gonna hear
this coming from the guy who can't talk enough about the Guardian and his motorcycle and riding the motorcycle with the Guardian into the sunset.
Yeah, that guy, man.
You talk about him and Jar Jar Binks way more than I talk about Dick Grayson.
Yeah, man. Matter of fact, Jar Jar Binks should be in Red Belt and he gets his ass kicked. All right, so here, it is The Highlander.
All right. My second one is going to be Captain America: Winter Soldier.
Oh wow.
So yeah, V's just sent me the go ahead. He's got to go. He doesn't want to hear any more spoilers, so V's has got to go. V's, say your goodbyes. I guess he already left.
V's left. Hey, I got one more. Blazing Saddles is another one I could watch over and over again too.
Blazing Saddles.
It's crazy. All right. Anyway, let's get down with it.
All right. So let's get right into the Aquaman then. Let's talk a little bit of spoilers. Before we talk real heavy spoilers, Migs, in under 2 minutes. Actually, let's make it a little harder. You're a movie man. Let's make it harder. In under a minute, what was the story of Aquaman? And your time starts now.
Under a minute. Story of Aquaman is about Arthur Curry accepted responsibility because he finds out that he's king based on his heritage from his mother. He doesn't want to at first, but there's some things going on, some challenges he's got to take. He gets pushed by some people that he meets, and then he finally comes to terms with what he's supposed to do, and you get to see everything from that point of view. It was okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well done. Oz, same thing. Your time starts now.
The story of Aquaman is the story of how a boy learns to become a king and how a king learns to become a hero and how a hero learns to become an underrated legend.
Okay. My time starts now. Khal Drogo decides he wants to start swimming instead of riding horses on land, so he goes and grabs a dragon heart and takes it from underneath the sea and starts riding it. He takes that into Winterfell, and then he takes over the Iron Throne and gets a new suit at the end.
Yo, he said dragon heart. I ain't heard a reference like that. That's crazy, yo. Dragon heart? Hell no.
Oh, snap.
Dude, Aragon.
That's wild.
Hey, dude. Hey, so to our listening audience, we're about to blow the screen up with some major spoilers. So you should go check this movie out so you're not busy, so you're not disappointed by our words, because I got lots of words on Aquaman.
All right, well let's get right into it then. So let me ask you: a lot of people are saying that Amber Heard as Mera was not very good.
Dude,
I think she was okay though. But I think she was okay. She was fine.
I don't think she was bad.
Yeah, I don't think she was bad. She was fine.
She wasn't spectacular, but she wasn't terrible.
Right, she wasn't terrible.
I mean, I haven't seen any real complaints about her. So what were some of the complaints about her?
Like some of the complaints that I've seen about her.
Regular Scott and Migs. Hold on one second. Regular Scott and Migs. Was her red hair not the most distracting thing you ever seen?
But isn't that what her hair color is?
That is, dude, they could have did a better job, man. They could have did a better job.
I mean,
that thing was crazy.
It was very brightish, like more of a like an orange red kind of deal.
Yeah,
so
dude,
I see what you're saying there, but I mean, I don't.
But that don't have nothing to do with her performance.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see that as distracting because I thought that's what her hair was supposed to be. I mean, if you're saying that it's not supposed to be that, then I get you.
Dude, let me say, they didn't need to do her hair like that. And her acting was great. Her acting was great, but the job of her was not up to par.
Yeah, I'm gonna look it up.
But some of the stuff they were like, some of the negative things that are saying is like she's very stiff with what she says. She has no emotion. She's very wooden and wooded is one of the terms I saw. I didn't see that. I didn't think she was bad. I thought she was fine.
Yeah.
And she's hot. So I mean, what more?
Yeah, but dude, like,
and the first like 20 minutes of the movie is just like, well, like when they're coming out the beach, like half the movie is just them posing.
Oh
yeah, they definitely. Oh my gosh,
you know what I'm saying? Like the first 20 minutes with Jason Momoa is just him like striking poses at different angles,
dude. Can you stop
saying a punchline?
Hey, Regular Scott, can we please stop having superheroes do that stupid landing on the ground, like pausing on their knee for a couple seconds, then they get up?
Ocean Master did it this time.
Oh my god!
Superhero landing.
Yeah, superhero landing.
Superhero landing.
Where's
dude,
Deadpool
I'm tired. I'm tired of going with my scorecard 9.7. You know.
Hey, I will say this though. He probably did get like a 9.7 for his first one. Just for his first one though. Then it starts going downhill.
Yeah, dude, but you know, I'm just like, it's just like it was. I love the representation of like Samoan and
that was cool.
The kind of Pacific Islander culture and everything too. It was very beautiful, and then also the visuals were really beautiful for Atlantis. I look forward to hearing that backstory.
His dad was really good too. I liked his dad.
Yes, yeah. Oh God, his dad was awesome.
His dad
his dad comes from this movie. There's a movie back in I think kind of like almost 2000, if not like 1998 or something called we were we once were warriors, and it takes place in New Zealand, and it's like it was one of the highest grossing New Zealand films ever made, and it's just about like their their land and that kind of culture. It's a really beautiful movie. I think he's from that, and so. But anyway, he's awesome. He was great. He was a great dad. Great.
So let's talk about some of the effects. I've said that I thought Atlantis had a very Wakanda-esque feel, an underwater Wakanda feel to it, as far as
definitely
the immersiveness, and as far as like when you saw it light up for that very first time, like really saw it light up, you felt like, wow, this is an entire different world, just like you felt when you saw Wakanda for that first time. You know what I mean?
It was beautiful, dude. I loved the first visuals of Wakanda. It was great.
Migs, what did you think about? What was your first reaction of Atlantis?
I mean, I liked it. Like I said, I saw it. I just saw it in IMAX, so it was good. It was eye popping, but it was just once it got into it more, some of that stuff. Like I said, some of it was really, really good. And some of it was like, woo, this needs some work here. And just because it was IMAX, you could see it way more. Like, oh gosh.
What's one of those scenes specifically? If you could think of one.
Like, okay, so like the screensaver scene, what I was telling y'all. His dad at that freaking that lighthouse, man. What the heck? Like, if y'all don't stop showing that background like that.
Oh, I know, dude.
Yeah.
The sun's about to set. I know, and I know it's part of the story. But I'm just like, come on, dude.
And some of those water scenes just didn't look as good. Like, and I'm not talking the underwater scenes. For the most part, the underwater scenes are really good. I think they did a way better job in that, because in the Justice League, that underwater stuff was a big.
They kept it to a minimum in Justice League too, and you could tell.
But it looked, that whole scene just looked bad.
Oh yeah, no, I agree with you.
So they did a good job with the underwater, but some of like the on top stuff, and they were showing like the surface water and all that, it didn't look that great.
No, I agree. And then there was also like I was getting, well, I'll tell you this, the relationship between Black Manta and his father I loved. That was cool. But then I always just go, man, they want to show these epic scenes, and then you get into the city, then it's like, oh, well, this is kind of weird. It was just they could have did a lot better, but it was.
You mean like when they did the little like almost like sitcom 5-minute sketch of them like with the corny music and them like doing things and laughing and they're like eating roses together?
Yeah, man,
that was like that. Where did that come from?
Bruh,
James Wan knows better.
Man, that was, oh my gosh. That movie was too long anyway. And that scene you were just talking about when they was in the market or whatever.
Yeah.
Cut that crap out of there.
You didn't need that. That's a deleted scene that people can watch if they want on the Blu-ray.
Yeah, y'all did not. Yeah, that was
James Wan knows better. Like seriously, he knows better.
It was ridiculous. There's a lot of that. They're trying to force us to see that they're going to be in a relationship.
They didn't need to.
We already.
Yeah, they didn't know. They didn't need to. It wasn't needed.
We didn't need them being cute.
Yeah, I don't see. We just talked about if we wanted a cute Aquaman, we would want the blonde and blue.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying? If we want the cute scenes on the seahorses, that's what we would have got.
We would want Surfer Boy Aquaman.
Surfer Boy Aquaman.
But I would tell you this: I do love the whole storyline. There is the king becomes a hero, and him coming to his own. But the other underlying story was revenge, because I'm gonna tell you, Black Manta and Aquaman have a very long history of fucking each other up.
Yep.
Well, I'm sure that's gonna get built on the next movie. I'm sure. I mean, the seeds have been planted. The only thing I didn't, while we kind of shift to Black Manta, I thought Black Manta, the actor and the portrayal of the character was great. I thought he showed a nice intensity with his eyes. He didn't have to say a lot. I didn't like the way he got manhandled twice by Aquaman. and like really didn't get any licks in.
Oh, but
I get it. He's not like he can't match up to him as he is, but like, I mean, you gotta like. I didn't sense Aquaman was in any danger when Black Manta came after him.
Well, when he got the Black Manta helmet, that's when Aquaman was like, oh, he's gonna fuck me up.
Yeah, but he shot him. He took a full on blast and ate it, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, he ate it and then he went to town on him.
Now here, my thing is this. While we're all talking about like a little bit of stretch of reality, because there's a lot of stretch of reality, dude. If your father shoots that dude with a grenade launcher and he ain't exploded and his carcass ain't everywhere, wouldn't your father be ready to reload again if these guys are pirates on the ocean?
You would think, and, and because they knew about him, so they knew he was extra powerful. You always go for the kill shot. You always double pump.
They both knew about the Atlanteans, man. So I would have got myself ready for it again. I'm just like, come on, dude.
You knew he was gonna die though.
Oh yeah, of course.
He was the first one to die.
It's got to be the first one. You already know this.
He was the first one to go.
I was cracking up about that because freaking Michael Beach, like last month, I had posted a picture with him because they showed a picture of him. And this dude's freaking ripped, and he's like, I think he's almost 50 or something.
Yep.
So just seeing him in that movie because I didn't know he was in it. I started cracking up at that. I was like, I just posted about this guy being more ripped than I am, and he way older than me.
Yeah, I kind of wish he was a Deadpool in a Suicide in the live action Suicide.
You mean
Squad.
Deadshot?
Yeah, Deadshot. Exactly. Yes.
I think Will Smith was good as Deadshot.
I like Will Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. I could easily see him as a Deadshot. And
older Deadshot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that.
I was surprised they made him a black guy.
Well, I'm sure he was only black because it was Will Smith. I bet you if it wasn't Will Smith, he might have been white.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I was surprised that they used Will Smith for that because I've never, there's never been a black Deadshot up until that point.
Hey, but don't forget, Migs, there was never a black Nick Fury.
Well, yeah, true, but see, that's a whole different universe. Like that's the ultimate universe, and plus they did that on purpose. Like Will Smith, they just was like, all right, we just gonna have Will Smith, and I think it worked just because it was Will Smith.
Right, exactly.
His name helped a lot.
Stuff. Yeah, like him and Denzel could play characters that are normally white, and people ain't gonna really say too much.
Now let me tell you something. If Denzel was ever gonna join like a universe or something, I would want that guy as a live action, cool looking Black Lightning or a T'Chaka.
Nah, I see him as a Mr. Terrific type of dude.
He's too old to play Mr. Terrific. Mr. Terrific needs to be a little younger at this point.
I don't know who I could see. I don't know who I'd see Denzel as far as.
I always saw Denzel as being like Stalker from G.I. Joe 2.
If he was younger, you know who he'd be good as, and it's a character that don't get a lot of love. People probably forgot about. Night Thrasher from the New Warrior.
That's a good call.
Why was I just thinking about Night Thrasher the other day, dude, and just say another underdeveloped character, man?
Yeah, that dude. That would have been perfect for him in the 90s.
Yeah, exactly.
But of course, that would have never happened anyway. So.
Well, I'm sure Michael B. Jordan will be cast as him.
Man, look, Night Thrasher ain't getting no love.
So one of the things I really like, I thoroughly enjoy, and I don't know if he did this intentionally, like for the reason I'm going to say, but one of the things I really enjoyed about the movie was one of the big parts of the climax and of Aquaman really coming into his own was his ability to talk to fish. As much of a joke as it's been made about Aquaman and how that's used against him, that ended up being his greatest weapon as far as like that climax goes. And I think that's really, if he did it on purpose, which I'm going to give him credit for, I think that's really clever that he used what people thought of as his greatest, as his power as a joke, used that as the reason he was able to, come through in the climax.
Well, I mean,
that big ass thing was smacking the shit out of him. He had to be first. Yo, I was cracking up. I was laughing. I was actually laughing. I was like, "Cause what's this fool about to do?" Because he was
And then he just started talking to him, and I was like, "Yo, this is genius! You're using something that people laugh at as a way for him to like." He's not fighting; he's just talking his way out of something. The last person you would expect to talk his way out of something.
No, but then
good
you
character
also
development.
You also have to go, hey, did Aquaman's mama have some flares? Because how the hell did she survive the trench, dude?
Hey, to be fair though, Aquaman's mom is a beast.
Oh, yo,
she is a beast.
They established that in that house scene.
Yes.
I was like,
okay.
I was
was
like, look at little Nicole Kidman getting down, boy. What is this?
And she looked good doing it. Like it didn't look out of place at all. Her just running through them.
All right, look, hey, can y'all tell me this? Because maybe I'm tripping, or maybe they just did a good CGI job or something. But did she look younger in that movie?
She looked younger.
Yeah,
they probably de-aged her.
They de-aged her for this show that you have.
She was looking. I was like, hold up, yo, she looking a little too smooth on that skin there because she got that one movie coming out where she's like a cop or something. Have y'all seen the trailer for that?
Oh, what? Not. I was gonna say Peppermint, but it's that other movie too where she looks crazy. Dude.
Yeah, she looks crazy as hell in that, and she looks extra old in that movie. So just seeing that and then seeing this, I was like, hold up, man. I was like, that's a good CGI job they did on her because she was looking extra smooth, like she'd been using cocoa butter or something.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
like what's going on here, yo?
Hey, so let's talk about the fight scenes a little bit. Sticking with that fight scene, how do y'all feel about I don't really know what to call them. What do they call them? Like the Sea Patrol? What do you want to call them? The Sea Patrollers that they sent after him?
The dudes in the white with the blue?
Yeah. What are they called?
Oh, his elite guard or whatever.
How did y'all feel about them? I kind of didn't understand it really until the end when Ocean Master was able to breathe over water with no problem, but then everybody else was able to breathe out the water with no problem. So why did they even have those on to begin with?
Yeah, that was really confusing about how Ocean Master was able to breathe out.
Well, because he's like, oh, you're right, because there's no human involved.
He should not have been able.
Yo,
to
you're
do
right.
That.
I didn't think about that. That's a good point.
Now, so here, to be fair though, and this is what people say as a justification for it. They were fighting right by the sea during a storm. And so there was water around, but he should not have been able to. He should have been weakened in that fight.
Well, that's what I thought the whole point of him taking him out the water, because Mara says, was it Mara or was it?
It was Mara.
Yeah, that said, you fought him on his turf. Now you need to take him to your turf. So I'm thinking they're going to the land where Aquaman can really do some damage. And then they just when they went out the ocean on top of the submarine, like it wasn't any different. Like he did the little trick he learned as a kid.
Yeah, it's just, oh god.
I was just confused by that. Migs, what is your take on that?
I just thought just because they were still kind of like on the water.
Right.
I don't know. I guess I didn't really question that just because I've seen Ocean Master on land and stuff, and they had him on land in one of the movies, so I was just kind of like, all right.
Oh, you talking about the animated movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. True that.
So I mean, I guess, or I don't know. Maybe his mask helps him. I don't know. I didn't.
Well,
I wasn't really questioning that part.
Because he had he had one of the suits on at first too, right? Or was that a hologram?
No, hey, he was only seen as a hologram.
That's right. That's what I was wondering. That's right. 2 point. I mean, touche. Good point.
Yeah.
All right.
It was very confusing, because so a little bit with Submariner, Namor too. He's super strong too, like Aquaman, all that, like really super strong. But like the longer that he's out of water, the weaker he gets.
But Aquaman doesn't get like that, does he?
No, but they portrayed it sometimes before. Like old Aquaman stories had Aquaman getting like if he was by the sun, he'd get fucked up, Or there was the old Injustice story in DC Injustice was that when Superman went nuts, one of the reasons why he got Aquaman to get on his side was he took Atlantis and put it right in the middle of the Sahara Desert. And he was like, yeah, you put people who've always been in darkness right in the hottest place. So he was like, they can't survive. So it's just weird. It's really strange.
What the hell?
yeah, dude. You should check out Scott.
Did you say he put Atlantis in the desert?
Oh, Migs, check it out, dude. So Superman was like, Arthur, will you join my noble cause of like patrolling the earth? And he's like, no, dude, you're crazy, man. And he goes, I'm already king of the seven seas. And Superman goes, that's cool. So Green Lantern and took Atlantis into a big bubble, and Superman lifted Atlantis up and put it right in the middle of the Sierra Desert.
Oh, hell no.
And he goes, your people are always in darkness. Your people have to be around water. This is your punishment. And Arthur, then you see a picture of Arthur bending his knee to Superman.
Jeez.
So, well, sticking with the darkness, one of the coolest visuals from the movie was Aquaman with that flare going down awesome. To the deep sea with all those little monsters following behind. Like, they were clearing out of his way and circling back behind him.
Yeah.
That was a great visual. One of the best of the movie.
Yeah, it was good. It was very good.
Back to the fight scenes. What did you guys think of Aquaman's kind of introduction fight scenes with the guards and the posing every 2 minutes and the punchlines? I mean, he did he knock a guy out. He'd look over his shoulder and like wink and then say a punchline. Then he'd throw two more and somebody would like hit him and he'd like grin. Then he'd toss him and say a punchline and pose. Like he did that every like 2 minutes.
And let's be clear, he is not knocking people out. Him throwing metal doors at
they're
people,
dead.
He's killing them. He's killing them.
They're dead. And look, all this flack that Batman was getting, and the Aquaman just roaming free killing cats and nobody cares.
Yeah.
I mean, Batman shouldn't be killing people. Zack Snyder, you know better. But that dude is he's a mass murderer.
Oh, well, he has this thing about let the sea do the vengeance. But I was just like, yeah, it was. And then he posed on top of the submarine.
After he let Black Manta's father die.
Oh, yeah.
That was tough money. I'm going to go ahead and go out on a limb and say, because it happened in the comics, I'm going to go ahead and say it's going to happen in the next movie. Mera and Aquaman will have a kid. Black Manta is going to kill that kid.
Oh yeah,
Aquaman.
You think they're gonna do that fast? I don't know.
I think we'll get a little time jump, maybe. Only if there's a time jump. If there's no time jump, they're not gonna kill a baby. But I mean, that's a good point. They're not gonna kill a baby. But if there's a time jump and he's like 7 or 8, he can go.
Well, see, but this is what they could do. Also, this is do the time jump and also introduce Black Manta as meeting a Atlantean woman and getting her pregnant. We get Aqualad out of it, like we're supposed to, and then we can also have another storyline of Mera being pregnant too. So you still have the revenge storyline happening.
Yeah, it could be one of those where like they're in the future and maybe they're showing the birth of Aqualad, and then he's like, we got to keep moving because he's coming, and then they show a flashback of why Aquaman's coming after him. That would be a pretty cool little twist on the type of story that you normally get, where the villain's coming after the hero, but the hero's coming after the villain. In this one, you kind of follow the villain's perspective. It'd be a cool little take on it.
Yeah, but also know that Aquaman, his whole purpose after he killed Black Manta's father and stuff, he's been wanting to try and like settle the score, as in like not stop the revenge. That's why he's raising Aqualad as his little ward.
Well, you're talking about in the comics. We talking about the movie.
Well, I know, but it's all going to be relative, because we got to figure out what's going to go on, because we still have Ocean Master in the mix.
No, we don't. Know? He's in jail. He's done.
Man, they're gonna do him like they do Loki or some crap.
Yeah, like he's not gonna be a bad guy again. He'll be a good guy next movie.
We'll see, because he still has his minions who are loyal to him too. You know.
No, you saw the setup for the next movie.
Yeah, they're all friendly now, and hey, let's talk. Let's sit down and have some beer together. Okay.
Yeah, but like Loki and like a Mad Maximus to Black Bolt, he's not really down with all that shit. He's just like, yeah, you're my brother, you're the king, all's forgiven, but he still hates that cat.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if the movie version. I don't know if the movie version is going to follow that. I don't know if
this guy's going to be like that. In the comics, sure, but because they're not even. Are they
Migs?
Like that in the comics?
They in the comics. They have a love-hate relationship just like that too. And I'm gonna say it to you, Migs, and I'm gonna say it to you, regular Scott. Do you not remember? He's got to answer for a lot of shit because he killed that one king, and he is a deceptive dude, man. He has proven himself to be a liar.
Yeah, before. But I still don't think he's going to be a bad guy in the next movie.
Okay,
he'll be a good guy. Even if he turns into a bad guy in the third movie, he won't be a bad guy in this one. Or the next one.
I feel like he's going to be one in the next movie. He's going to be that cat who's like, I've learned my lesson, mother.
Nah, that'd be too. That wouldn't work. That would not be a good follow-up.
Wait and see.
Well, we will wait and see because we've got a long time to wait. So
I'm looking up stuff on him now. They changed this character. He wasn't even. He was full human.
Yeah, and also, dude, you had in the animated, you had Ocean Master and Black Manta together. So I mean, just be prepared. I say it now, all our viewers, our listeners, no viewers, listeners.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but in the animated, he also was blonde hair, blue eyes.
Surfer.
That's true too.
He was surfing. He was surfing waves in the animated. I mean, he did a good job. He pulled off like a nice trick or something. But
see, they didn't really besides his movie and then in the Flashpoint Paradox, they didn't really have him that much. That in what was it the Crisis on Two Earths. For a little bit, but they had him in the fight scene, but they didn't really show him that much.
Yeah, they had him really. It was good to see him in Throne of Atlantis, and then he had a really good, memorable part in Justice League Unlimited too, a 2-parter then too.
He was in more than a 2-parter.
Well, he had a really good 2-parter.
He had a few good 2-parters. Yeah. Like when Justice League Unlimited came on, whenever they brought in a guest character, he would get. Like he was on multiple times. He was one of the ones that was on multiple times.
What I'm talking about though, he had to introduce him. He had a definitive 2-parter that was like that had Ocean Master and all that in there too. It was good.
I don't remember that.
Look it up. I do. This is what I do, man. I
don't remember Ocean Master from Justice League Unlimited. I remember Black Manta.
I win contests.
See, I didn't watch
it. Dude, it was his nemesis, Scott.
Black Manta.
No. Ocean Master was in the Unlimited one. Remember, because he was trying to get they was trying to get the throne and fight.
No, that was Throne of Atlantis.
No. If only there was a device.
Let me tell you something, dude. Do I need to pull out another Twitter poll?
Yeah.
Do I need to put out another Twitter poll? Because I will.
Dude, make it.
I mean,
happen,
we can settle this. Do I need to pull out a Twitter poll? Talk to me.
Yes.
I don't want to because I'm not confident.
I'm
undefeated and I'm not putting that streak on the line on that. Not on
Migs,
Aquaman.
Migs, I said it earlier. I live for the battle, dude. Regular Scott, dude. He ain't got no confidence unless it's about Dick Grayson, dude.
Dick Grayson is my guy, though. Dick Grayson is my guy. Shout out to Titans. All right, so let's final thoughts on Aquaman. Migs, final thoughts, and what are you giving it out of 10?
Well, I'm definitely gonna need to see it a couple more times, which is on the plate here, because I got to take my lady to go see it too. When I try
to so do I.
IMAX again. Our IMAX theater's only playing it in IMAX 3D for some reason, which is not good on my eyes because I already got glasses. So I gotta probably go back to the theater I seen it at today, but we'll see it again. For right now, I'll give it a 6.5. I'll even give it a 7.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. Maybe I'm being generous, but yeah, we'll leave it. We'll leave it at 7.
Okay. Oz, what you got?
Man, I will. I like that. I'm kind of wavering towards yeah, man. I like that Southern idea. I might give it like a if only I could do between a 6.5 and a 7.5 because there's some good fight scenes in it. There were some good just storylines in it. I like to see a diverse cast for once. There was a good premise. The sea creatures are great. Mira's hair was terrible.
So I guess we can add Mira's hair to the list with Jar Jar, the Guardian, and the motorcycle.
I saw they're doing a new TV show on DC Universe. It's going to have Jar Jar Binks being the Guardian with Mira's hair.
Wow, awesome. That was good. What a combo right there.
That sounds terrible.
And all Jar Jar Binks ever says is, "You're not the Guardian. We're the Guardian."
Oh God.
You are not the Flash. We are.
Yeah, fair
Listen,
enough.
Hey Migs, let me tell you something. Iris, what'd you say, Migs?
Can I take my 7 back?
Right.
I'm gonna mark that down. I'm gonna mark that down to a 6 because I put something up on Facebook as far as ranking all these DCEU movies, and I think a 7's too high for where I put it. So I'm gonna have to give it a 6.
Hey, so the Migs, out of all the DC live action stuff, what's your favorite DC live action movie so far?
Favorite doesn't mean best. Favorite doesn't mean best.
My favorite. Okay. So here's my ranking for that. So I got Wonder Woman, Man of Steel.
Is this 5-1?
What's that?
Is this 5-1 or 1-5?
No. This is best to worst.
Oh, so I'm sorry. So you start your list over again?
It.
Yeah. So it's Wonder Woman, Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, Aquaman, Justice League, and then Suicide Squad, which you can just throw that in the trash.
Wow.
Oh wow, dude. I agree. I kind of have to agree with some of that.
Yeah, man. Just throw it in the trash.
So why do you put Wonder Woman as your number 1 though?
Because her performance, it's not even the movie. Because the plot to that movie is basic as shit.
It's garbage. No, it's garbage.
Well, I wouldn't say it's garbage. It's just a basic origin story.
Right.
Her dedication to that role, because look, when they announced her, I was not on board. And I was like, Gal Gadot. I was like, from Fast and Furious. I was like, get out of here. I was like, for real? But then I started seeing her, she started training. She was reading comic books for real. She started talking stuff, and I knew she was reading comics from what she was talking, and I was like, okay. Right. And then I started seeing some stuff, and I was like, I'm with this. And then when I saw BVS, when freaking Darkseid knocked her on her ass and she did that little grin, it was a wrap.
Yeah.
I'm done. I'm done. I was like, that's it. So when she did Wonder Woman, I was like, yes, she's Wonder Woman. I hope she plays that for a long time. I just hope the movies get a little better, which they probably will with this new one coming out. But yeah,
we're gonna get Cheetah in the next one.
Man, but they got whatchamacallit playing that. I was like, y'all got freaking old girl from Bridesmaids.
Yeah, that was a weird casting choice.
I mean, yeah, kind of a weird choice, but I'm not going to discount it. We'll see what she can do.
But you know what? To be fair, these comedic actors usually end up being pretty good in some of their serious roles.
Wait, Melissa McCartney is going to be Cheetah.
Yeah, Cheetah. Cheetah. Cheetah.
Not Melissa McCartney.
Yeah, she's going to be Cheetah.
Kirsten, whatever the hell.
Oh yeah, her. I was saying Melissa McCartney could be
Yeah, she's not. Yeah, she's not. Yeah, not her.
All right. Well, I guess
that's last name.
I guess. Let me. I guess I'll give my list. And now that Migs gave his, that just got me jarred.
Jar.
I feel like I'm riding the Guardian's motorcycle with Jar Jar standing in front of me, so I can't see. So I have no idea where I'm going with this. But
hey, don't run over Dick Grayson.
Well, it won't matter because he'll have Mara's hair covering him, so I won't even know it's him. All right, so here's my list. I'm gonna go worst to best. Worst to best. Yo, I'm about to get a lot of flack for this. My least favorite movie is Wonder Woman.
What, dude?
That's my least favorite movie. I'm not saying it's the worst, but that is my least favorite movie out of all of them.
Over Suicide Squad. Do you hear what you're saying?
But see, I love the character portrayals. Like the way he liked Wonder Woman for the character portrayals. That's how I feel about Suicide Squad. Like I like Harley Quinn.
Regular Scott.
Deadshot.
Regular Scott. You know, I listen to your words because I feel like you're a very intelligent man. But all I have to say to you is, how are you gonna be called Captain Boomerang and you throw one boomerang during the whole movie?
Yeah, but that wasn't one of the characters I was going to mention.
At the least, you should be called Private Boomerang or Sergeant Boomerang. You ain't the captain of nothing, dude, with one boomerang.
Private Boomerang.
You know?
Well, why is it okay? That's a fair point. Now, how come Wonder Woman
is just bleh.
How come Wonder Woman gets away with having a very bad third act with bad CGI?
She doesn't. That's what I'm saying. That's not her villain was terrible.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. But nobody talks about that when it comes to her movie. Like, not.
I do, but I make fun of it. I think it's hilarious. The whole no, that shit's hilarious.
Yeah, it's terrible. Like the third act is not good.
Well, do you know why people give it some slack? Because the third act and the third villain of fucking Superman versus Batman was pretty hideous too.
Yeah, but I don't think a lot of people like Batman versus Superman as much as I do.
And the only reason that they liked that third act was because of Wonder Woman being in the fight scenes.
They shouldn't have. I didn't mind that. They shouldn't have showed it in the trailer. They should have there was a lot of stuff in that movie that they showed in the trailer that they shouldn't have showed.
No, they should have just released the Snyder edition. Like, they should have just let that man have his vision and let him see it through. Let him do Justice League. And if you want to let him go after that, let him go. But you got to let that man see his vision through. And you would have had a better movie. The Ultimate Edition is a good movie.
Yeah.
It explains a lot more. Like,
it has some
Jimmy
stuff.
Olsen.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Whatever,
Jimmy Olsen.
You know what?
I'm done with Jimmy Olsen in the movies, in the TV shows. Let's get him out the comics. I'm done with Jimmy Olsen. Let's go ahead and make him a female and call him Jenny Olsen. Let's get a Jenny Olsen on the show. I'm done with Jimmy.
Well, you got Jimmy being either being the Guardian or being a.
He was like a biker. He was like a biker with a fro,
gang.
and he had a fro. Where'd a fro come from? He was shirtless with a leather vest and a fro.
Yeah, he was in a biker gang from the 50s.
Oh, was that a gang? Is that what that was?
Yeah, dude. He was like I was just like, who is this dude, man?
It looked like the Library Club.
Man,
come on, man.
You got to watch that. You can ring to get the call for Superman's help anytime you want to, and this is your life. Come on, dude.
The Guardian, dude. Shout out to the Guardian. Shout out to Jimmy Olsen. Greatest character in comic book history.
Shouts out to his motorcycle, please, and Jar Jar Binks. hey, but I will say this though. I do like the fact that Migs, you mentioned Man of Steel, because Regular Scott mentioned Man of Steel the other day, and it kind of made me think about it. And I was like, yeah, that is a really good movie. It's
very underrated. People don't like it because Superman kills somebody. Right. But
I love Man of Steel.
I think him killing somebody is that's a big point, and I think he handled it really well.
Dude, he killed the only person who could have ever told him about his world, and that actually knew his mom and dad. Come on, dude, that's deep.
Nah, I'm with you. Migs, what were you about to say about Man of Steel?
I mean, I really liked that movie. I thought it was a really good Superman movie. It was, I don't know, man. It was like the first time I watched it, I went with like a group of friends. We all watched it, and I don't know, man. It was kind of inspiring. Like, this shit kind of hit me.
Yeah.
Like, it really, it hit my feelings, man. Like, this is dope. And then they then I don't know what the hell they did with this guy in Batman versus Superman because his personality was all jacked up. I was kind of disappointed in that. Like we've been talking about that version of Superman that they have on Supergirl. If you take that personality and you fix it with Henry Cavill's look, that's a perfect Superman. Or even if you take Henry Cavill's personality from the Man
Justice
of
League.
Well,
At the climax of Justice League, that's a great Superman.
Okay, yeah. I agree with that.
That's a great Superman in the climax.
When he beat up whatchamacallit,
Steppenwolf.
That scene was just horrible CGI.
Yeah. But he was good in it.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But have y'all seen Man from U.N.C.L.E.?
Yes.
No, I haven't.
He had all the charisma in that. That's what he needed.
Hey, how was he in Mission Impossible?
Oh, he was good. They flipped it on you, but
Huh. Well, no, I think
they kind of You didn't see it yet, did you?
No, I haven't seen it.
I was gonna go see that tonight.
Okay. You know what?
Yo, don't pay Oz no mind, man.
Hey, dude. Hey, listen to Migs. I don't. Spoiler alerts don't affect me.
Yeah, he don't care about spoilers. It's just whether you want to give it out to the audience or not.
Well, I just put it like this: just watch the trailer again.
Hey, so
see what
I'll give Aquaman I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 7. I thought it's a lot of fun. Like you will enjoy yourself during the movie. You know, we're nitpicking a little bit. You know, we're finding stuff, looking back at it, but you're gonna enjoy yourself during the movie. Like it's a good time.
Yeah, it's cool. Like I would recommend seeing it in a premium format. I mean, that's what it's for.
Yes, absolutely.
Dude, get yourself some popcorn and a big drink and have a good ride.
You're gonna have a good time. Like it's gonna be fun. You're gonna laugh. There's some good laughs. There's a good amount of corniness. We've talked about that multiple times, but you're gonna see
definitely some cheese.
Yeah, there's a lot of cheese, and we're not talking about Miss Melissa McCarthy.
Though.
Cheddar.
Yeah, like in terrible jokes, like sticking your head in toilet and sticking your head in the toilet.
They should have cut back on some of that. It was too much. And
I forgot all about that.
It added to the runtime, and it didn't need to because that runtime was a little long. So y'all need to cut out some of this cheese and cut this runtime down because woof.
Again, James Wan, you know better. You know what? Yeah. No, he get that from his Fast and Furious stuff because he be making them 2.5-hour movies, and he's got Tyrese, and you know Tyrese always got to say something corny.
No, not Tyrese. You know, freaking Ludacris always has to say something corny.
Nah, Ludacris ain't that bad. It's Tyrese, man. Ludacris ain't that bad.
They made Tyrese corny.
Man. He was good in Too Fast, Too Furious, and they just didn't know what to do with him after that.
Yep.
Like,
dude, but then also, you know, you got just going back to Aquaman again too. You just got some of the silliest. I don't know. Hey, this is okay.
All right. Well, that's our review of Aquaman. As you can see, we could just go on and on for hours and hours, and then you'd have like a 7-hour podcast, and then you might not subscribe next week, and then what are we gonna do? So
subscribe. Listen to it. You ain't doing nothing.
No, that was a good talk. And Migs, again, we appreciate you coming on, man. We're definitely gonna have you back on again.
Oh well, I appreciate being on, fellas. I thank y'all.
Yeah, no doubt. So now it's time for the final blow. Migs, this is where we give our pardon shot. We plug anything we want to plug. We talk about a movie we saw or a TV show we want to see. Just anything you want to get off your chest. And as the guest, we're going to let you give the first final blow. We're going to let you start us off.
All right. Well, let me plug the pages here. Movies with Migs on Facebook, on Instagram. Please check me out. Follow the pages. Trying to make it as fun as possible. So if you're into movies, look for that. I watch a lot of stuff. I got the AMC A-list, so I use that to the full. I get it in. So yeah, I just seen seen Aquaman today. It was cool. I seen Vox Lux today earlier too. That was bugged out. Check that out if you into indie flicks. I'm a big Natalie Portman fan, so that was dope. I screened Escape Room early. Don't waste your money on that.
Oh, I was going to ask how that was because that's got Karen Page in it from Daredevil, right?
Look, wait for that for Netflix if you must watch it, or Redbox. And when I say Redbox, like get a 50% off
the free
coupon.
one they send you.
Yeah, get the free joints that they text you if you're gonna watch that movie. Because look, I got a video review on my page, and this dude said he gave it a 10. I was just kind of like, okay, whatever. That's your opinion, but I don't see how you gave that movie a 10, just even at all. Whatever.
He's wrong.
Yeah. So. Yeah, man. So I'll check that out on the site. DefyLife.com. Check y'all stuff out too. We network. We doing it big, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt, man. We appreciate you We appreciate you being on the show with us. Oz, what you got for the final blow?
My final blow. Hey, everyone.
Hey, Migs. Let me tell you what this dude's final blow has been for the last 8 episodes.
Let him know, Scott. Let him know.
His final blow for the last 8 episodes has been this show called Titans. This is all this guy has been. Every week it's, hey, don't forget to check out Titans this week. Hey, don't forget Titans is coming on. New episode of Titans is coming on. Watch, here it comes. Watch this.
I'm going to flip it for you.
Watch this.
I'm going to flip it for you. My final blow this week is I've been reading some comics like The
Titans.
Sixth Gun, which has been really good. It's an indie comic. I just finished that series. I'm about to go check out Mission Impossible when we get off the phone. I encourage Migs to check out Red Belt. I'd love to get his opinion about that. And make sure y'all watch Titans because it's going to blow your mind, dude. It's coming. It is coming, dude. It has been building up.
I told you, man.
Everything has been building up to this last episode.
Look how excited he is.
It is coming. You got Robin about to find out
he's not Robin anymore, man.
He's not Robin anymore, and he's going to confront his mentor Batman because Batman has gone off the hook, dude. I'm just saying, hey, it is not Batman. It is not your Ben Affleck's Batman. It is ruthless Batman.
Actually. It probably is a little bit closer to your Ben Affleck's Batman.
You know what? It is not your Val Kilmer Batman.
Yeah.
It is your Ben Affleck Batman.
This is not your George Clooney's Batman.
This is not your George Clooney's Batman, okay? Got it. This is not Adam West we're dealing with, okay?
Hey, so real quick, Oz, and Migs, if you don't mind staying on and talking with us a little longer, what do you think is going to happen? What do you think about the Titans finale? You think this is real, or you think it's a dream sequence? I think it's a dream sequence.
Yeah, man. Because here, I'll make this quick because I know we all got to go and stuff. But it feels like this is another, like you said, Regular Scott, a dream sequence. But it's another push to get him to leave the Robin world
to become Nightwing. Nightwing is coming.
Yeah, because I still feel that we got some sneaky shit that's going to happen to Jason Todd, besides him being in a wheelchair, you know what I'm saying?
Migs, you got to check out Titans. I will recommend Titans.
Is that on that? You have to have like that network subscription?
It's on the DC Universe Network. It is, but I'm telling you, dude.
I might need to put that on Netflix or something.
And you like the animated stuff, too, so you'll get all the animated movies, TV shows.
Yeah, Migs, you get all their animated movies, and you get some of their regular movies too.
I got all the animated movies.
Yeah, like a true soldier, yes, sir.
But look, once you get the network, you won't have to buy any more animated movies.
No, people be telling me that all the time. I want to go digital. I like the hard copies. I like steel books. I just like the cases. I'm in it, man. I'm a collector.
Hey, let me tell you something. Me and Oz talked about that a few podcasts ago. I went on a little rant talking about people who keep downloading their comics onto their iPads and stuff. I need the comic in front of me. I need to feel and look at them pages and flip them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I can't do that digital.
No.
And as long as there's print, I'm reading comics.
That's right. All day.
I gotta have the pages. I can't be flipping through no iPad. Yeah, it might be a little bit more convenient. Sure, I will acknowledge that. Space-wise, okay, but I don't care.
There's nothing like having that comic in your hand, being able to see both pages right in front of you.
Right, you gotta have the feel of a comic, putting it in the plastic, having it. Yeah, man. I'm old school, bro. We don't do all that.
I don't watch blockbuster movies on my iPhone, and I need to feel paper. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, man. So my final blow is again, shout out to Doug Klein. You are a winner. You'll be getting a Take a Knee cup coffee mug. And you guys, happy holidays. We won't talk to you until after Christmas. So enjoy your Christmas. Enjoy your families. Have a happy holidays here from Take a Knee. We want to tell y'all happy holidays. I'm sure Migs wants to do the same. Maybe? No?
What's up? Nah, just tell everybody, y'all have a safe holiday. Everybody come back in one piece. Don't do nothing crazy. Enjoy yourselves. Enjoy your families. Do what y'all do. I appreciate it again, gentlemen. Thanks for having me on the show. Everybody in the audience that's listening, we appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
No doubt.
Good stuff. Y'all, all y'all listeners, be safe out there too. Please enjoy your family and don't do nothing crazy.
Amen.
Oz, tell them we'll talk to them next time.
Yo, folks, be safe. Happy holidays, and as always, peace and chicken grease.
And y'all have a good time, because we're going to have a good time until we talk to y'all next time. Peace.
Sir, peace.